Okay, so I'm sideboarding here, right? I'm sideboarding, right? Yeah, cool. Okay, look at this shit. I can't sideboard. I'm clicking these buttons, then literally nothing happens, so whatever. So if I go for a -1, I got 59 cards here. Put Lily back. Oh, guess what? I can't put Lily back. So what a wonderful, yeah, it must be at least 60 cards. Must be nice to kind of put them back in. Cannot put them back in, so absolutely wonderful. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode of Man, and today we've got a juicer for you. So I mean, Golgari mid-range is a bunch of different ways to play it, but I think we can make it kind of super frenzy with the overlords with some worms. Yeah, there's a lot going on here, so let's go ahead and dive right into it, baby. All right, so we've got, I call this like Overlord Super Friends. So let's go ahead and just kind of address the more super frenzy type of things we have here. Obviously, we already know. Let's start off with the Overlords. Duskmourn is still pretty new. I mean, it's still pretty, it's obviously the new, you know what I'm saying. It's still pretty fresh is what I'm saying. So Overlord of the Hauntwoods, whenever it attacks or enters, create a tapped colorless land. So we are kind of ramping up here. So immediately, I did think Pillage the Bog, right? We have one Pillage the Bog, but again, if we are going to be ramping up, we do want to kind of extend the curve here. We don't really want to be like super aggro. We kind of do want those like bigger things here. Obviously, we got Vraska and Vraska, I don't know, tomato, and the Innkeeper's talent here, which is, of course, the auto kill, which we can always search for the Pillage the Bog later on in the game. We do have the Twitching Doll. I really like this thing. It's a nice little mana dork here, and especially because you can get more spider tokens later in the game if things do become nice and grindy. Of course, we've got Liliana and like the Delirium action, so I almost debated naming this. I don't know what I should call this. It's like, it's kind of Super Friends, it's kind of Overlordy, like, because we got both of the Overlords, and it's kind of wormy. So I was gonna say, what do we even just call this? So we have both of these worms here. The Colossal Rattlewurm, I'm absolutely a huge fan of this thing. It's got flash as long as you control a desert, which if you see here, we are running 4 deserts. So this is kind of the you can run the Underground Mortuary or whatever the hell that thing's called. The Underground Mortuary Sanctuary, but I prefer the Conduit Pylons because we are running the Rattlewurm. Of course, we have this other worm, so a lot of big worms here. This one can come in for flash. Now, what I really like about this is, like, we have Ashiok. So Ashiok's a little slower. Obviously, Ashiok does not in and of itself just like, you know, it's more of a slower type of like slower paced card. So look at the top 2 cards of your library, exile one of them and put the other into your hand. Create 2 1/1 nightmares, and if you exile something, you're going to get a +1/+1 counter on each creature. So it's definitely a very mid-rangey, control-y type of what's that. What I like about the Ashiok is that obviously with the nightmares, there is a little bit of hidden synergy here. We do have the Urgent Necropsy, so whenever you're paying evidence, you do get to have that like ability if you do it before combat. You also have the Rattlewurm. Again, you can exile the Rattlewurm, which is kind of nice because the Ashiok, it's kind of sneaky. But these nightmare tokens can get pretty big. As long as anything's been put into exile, you do get that ability here. So there's also the Ruthless Negotiation. You can go ahead and flash this back. This card's actually really insane. For just one, like just for one, you get to just like pop it. And then later on in the deck, you have like flashback. So with Lily, they're always better to go in for like the worm. Either one of these worms are really good discard targets, or you can go in for the Ruthless Negotiation to kind of make up for that Liliana stuff here. But we do have Nissa. Nissa's, I don't know, there's really nothing to talk about regarding Nissa. It's just a big fat planeswalker, and we absolutely love Nissa. So we wanted some green walkers in here too. All the other green walkers, they're you know, whatever. But we do have like Ren. I guess you could run Ren, I don't know, but you could really make this, there's only so much room when you're running Overlords, Worms, and Walkers. There's only so much room, but everything else is pretty obvious. Just like kind of some removal here. Prowler to kind of get the graveyard shenanigans going. I am actually, because we are running a bigger curve here, we have the Pylons, which we can surveil to find extra land, and then we also have, you know, 24 lands here. I guess you can kind of maybe see that 24 because we have the Prowler, which also helps with the land count as well. So, you know, it is what it is. Should I be running 25, 26? Maybe, I don't know. Ghost Vacuum, I don't spend a whole lot of time on the sideboards here because most of them is just kind of the same. But we just have like Graveyard Hate. We have you know, Graveyard Hate for like reanimation. We've got Exile Hate for like the red cards here. Dreams of Steel and Oil and Duress just from discard versus Domain, and that's about it here. But other than that, look at this. I mean, I think it's pretty good. We just got like some Golgari Graveyard. There's tons of cards that you could run. There's Glissa, there's Shelly, there's, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. There's so many different ways you can build Golgari, but this is my build, and I like it a lot. So let's go and give a shout out to the Mana Rocks. The Mana Rocks are the patrons and the YouTube channel members that do help out the channel financially, and they mean the absolute world to me. So thank you so much for all of your support. Consider joining the channel. It would help me out as my journey as I continue to grow. Consider joining the Discord. The Discord is free. Everything is in the description of the YouTube video. And without further ado, just keep in mind, only you can help protect the Aether with me, so make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this, and without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Two of our lovely walkers here. I think we can go ahead and keep this, so looks quite cromulent to me. These things are really nice. I don't think I have any of these. I have them in real life. I actually have one of the Tyvar ones, but very, very pretty. Let's get down our little cottage. I don't want to say little for now, but this cottage is probably the best Restless one, I think, right? Alright, nothing too fancy here. Just gonna go hold up our removal, hopefully get into Liliana, and life should be good, right? Usually the first person into Liliana typically wins, so if they have Bitter Triumph, I will scream. But, let's see if we can scream.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come.
Don't overthink things. The reason I kind of keep the Bitter Triumph is because the target Planeswalker aspect could be very nice in case we see our own Lily. No, we do not. See an Unstoppable Slasher. The Haywire Mite. This deck usually does run that black demon thingy that costs 3 that you create a 6/6 demon in the air, so I don't know if I want to just pitch the Haywire Mite. Let's just play it safe here. Yeah, they're gonna get the stun counters, they're gonna do the thing, but it is what it is, so. I have heard of Personal Space, Liliana. I guess the Unstoppable Slasher has not. Beats me. I don't know. I will drop the Haywire Mite, even though you could argue that the Haywire Mite maybe should be used for food for Liliana's discard ability, but for now we'll just hold still. Another one! Oh god, okay. Not good. I'm trying to think, is there any sort of trick I can do with the Restless Cottage? I think we could, but that would be way too expensive. We kill it and then... No, we can't do that. That doesn't work that way. Alright, damn, we're just kind of like buying time with this, though. That makes me like not very comfortable. So what this one says, if it had no counters on it, return it. So I can just kill this and it goes away forever. I guess we'll just go ahead and do that. That's effectively a 2-for-1, which is kind of annoying. So now this is gone forever. Okay. Because I'm not really wanting to ditch away my hand anyway. So I guess I am just going to burn Lily. Just kind of trying to buy some time here. Luck does favor the foolish after all. I guess we might as well attack. I mean, things are looking a little sketchy right now. I mean, this doesn't really matter, right? Like, what do I care? That's fine, whatever. We actually don't run a whole lot of small creatures in this deck, so that cut down, Depending on what they play here, I might just have to go and steamroll them with the Bitter Triumph. But now with Vraska, you gotta kind of think here. Oh, that was the reason. That was the reason why. That is unfortunate. Okay. Shit. Do we go for Bitter Triumph? I mean, we could go for Vraska. Pay the Phyrexian mana. I think that's probably just going to be what we have to do here. We could also just make this a treasure artifact, just to kind of like get rid of it for good. But let's just be safe here. I'm going to pay the 3. They will be able to start drawing, but we can start drawing as well. And hopefully with Vraska, we just kind of win the war of attrition here, because Colossal Rattlewurm we definitely like. I don't have a desert, so I can't really flash it in. So I think we're still just going to pop Vraska in and start drawing. Alright, Vraska, do your thing.
The reign of flesh is over.
This card is so... I mean, Vraska... I am such a sucker for all of the Phyrexian voice lines. They're so good. They're just so good, man. Please don't have a Bitter Triumph. Or honestly, even a Shelly's Edict. I have never been really one to run Shelly's Edict, but it's probably a little bit more relevant now that they have like Sheltered by Ghosts and all like the ward stuff. But then I guess you could just run Nowhere to Run or whatever the hell that card is. This is pretty bad. I mean, we can go for Vraska, obviously. I would like to draw into some sort of removal. Ooh, Pillage the Bog. Wow. So Pillage the Bog obviously is something we are interested in. So if I Pillage the Bog, I guess I could go for Vraska, make the Shelly a treasure, because we have to get rid of the Shelly. There's no doubt about that. Don't know if I really want to use Pillage the Bog. So let's do this. Let's go in for the long haul. Make you a treasure. Blanchwood Prowler. And maybe I plot the Bog, depending on what we snag here with the lands. If I did grab a desert, I could start flashing the Rattlewurm. I mean, we can do that. Let's see what they got here. So, pretty underwhelming, all things considered. But it is still a land, so it is what it is, so. Yeah, might as well plot it, right? I don't see a big whatever, downside discount, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but another cut down, that's fine. They used the treasure for it, so it seems a little underwhelming to me. But I guess it's something. It still is a 1-1. Overlord of the Balemurk. Alright, so this is like, I don't want to say a mirror match. It's definitely not a mirror match, but we do play in kind of similar ways. I mean, the Overlord is just so damn good. Okay. No more life gain, though. Oh, there we go. So now we got Pylons, so now we can actually flash in the Rattlewurm if need be. I think the first thing to do... Well, I think... Should we just go for Pillage the Bog first? Should we just get this down to get another extra search out of it? We do search 12 cards, which feels pretty damn good. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we should have played the Pylons. Oh, but we get... Okay. Now that we have Nissa, there's no way, right? There's no way. We just drop the Nissa. We just snag Nissa. Pylons. And then we just drop the full-blown Nissa. That feels pretty damn good. Land. No way. Nissa. Oh, this is going to be so sick. So, Nissa. Ascended Animist for 7. Hopefully they don't have a... whatchamacallit. Ooh, this is actually a little risky. I'm so scared of Bitter Triumph. We could go for Vraska and go for draw a card, lose life, proliferate to make this little creature bigger. But honestly, I am so scared. Ooh, hold on, maybe. Ooh, this is actually close. Because if we're not gonna do the proliferate stuff, we're definitely gonna proliferate you. I think for Nissa, let's just destroy this. Get rid of their draws, I guess, right? I could kill a Balemurk eventually. But yeah, like I said, if I was going to +1 the Nissa, just start dropping creatures down, I would want to proliferate first. But that Bitter Triumph stuff is really instilling the fear inside my mind. So here's Innkeeper's Talent. So yeah, I definitely want to... Yeah. I want to proliferate the Balemurk, right? Yeah, another impending counter, so that's kind of cool. But here we go, man. We got Nissa and Vraska. The Golgari Super Friends are taking it. Alrighty, here looks pretty good, man. This Ruthless Negotiation is, well, for lack of a better word, ruthless. So let's go ahead and just start the brutality. Got the Conduit Pylons, which of course we love with the Rattlewurm. So we got both of our worms here. This is a really fun deck, man. It really is. So I'm gonna go for the Pylons. I know that we could get the Blooming Marsh down, but I want to make sure that we get into a land, which we don't. But this is really nice because now we have the Colossal Rattlewurm. If they don't have something that we want to kill with the Bitter Triumph, we just Rattlewurm and ramp. Rule Claw's Heist. Well, I can't really prevent that, so do your thing. Like I said, that gives us a nice little bit of flexibility here. So we're going to go for the Rattlewurm instead. That's right, baby. Fear the green worms. But I don't know. I actually don't know what they're going to take here. Go in for Urgent Necropsy. Honestly, this is pretty damn good, especially in this matchup here. I kind of debated on making this like a 4-up or whatever here, but it is unfortunate this exiles, so we kind of are screwed in that regard. But nevertheless, let's go in for our Rattlewurm. So we got these do give colorless if need be, so it's a little bit it could be good and bad. So unfortunately, our Blooming Marsh kind of play is out of the question because we're not going to be able to do that, unfortunately, but such is life. So we can go in for Bitter Triumph though. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so that's the kind of downside of playing the deserts, is obviously you can't always like go for double green on curve like that. So gift another card, I guess that's fine. We don't have much of a choice here, so which one they're going to take. This is unfortunate that it is exiled, so even the Rattlewurm's not going to be able to do our little pylon trick, which is really sad. And they take just the Bitter Triumph? That's kind of interesting. So now I can flash in the Rattlewurm. We're good to swing in. Okay, bang. I could start plotting the Pillage, but I think I just want to flash in the Rattlewurm. Yeah, let's just flash in the Rattlewurm. Shelly! Okay, well, we still go for Urgent Necropsy. Actually, we cannot, right? Okay. Well, let's just flash it in. Colossal Rattlewurm. If we just trade with the Shelly, is that really the worst thing ever? I don't think so, right? Just have a Ruthless Negotiation in my hand, or my graveyard, so Nothing too crazy there. All right, let's do this. Let's go for the Conduit Pylons and see if we can just put something big into the graveyard so that we can go for the Urgent Necropsy. So if we get something that, what, costs like 4? Ooh, Tear Asunder. Unfortunately, that's just not going to cut it. I think I am just going to put it into the graveyard, though. All right, so now it becomes... Unfortunately, we're just one short on the Shelly kind of move here, which is really unfortunate. I think we'll just let it live, though. Let's just go for the Urgent Necropsy. Sorry, Ruthless Negotiation. I will draw. At this point, I don't really care that much, though. I think we can kind of manage the driver's seat. Yeah, we'll do it. They're going to take it. I know they get the life gain here, but I still think we're, like, relatively okay. If they do kind of go for any more, like, discard stuff here, Duress is really unfortunate, but we can Pillage the Bog and maybe find more removal that way. It's an amount of life here, so... Lily is not that problematic.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit with me.
Happy to help, Lily, huh?
Sacrifices must be made.
I'm actually almost debating on just going in for like the Rattlewurm. No, that's just a little too cute, right? That's just a little too cute. Let's just get rid of the Haywire Mite and gain some life and just carry on. Innkeeper's talent. Yeah, that sucks, but it is what it is. I can just hardcast the Overlord, swing in with the Lily. Even if they want to block it, we still get the kill on the Lily, which feels pretty damn good. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Let's do that. Let's just swing on the Lily. Ah, man, it's close. It's so close, but I'm going to do it. They're going to trade, but that's completely fine with me. We're going to get the kill on the Lily and trade with the Shelly. Like, that's completely fine.
Fine. I'll take my zombies and leave.
I'll take my zombies and leave. Shut up. Just shut up. No. Overlord of the Hauntwoods, and now we're starting to ramp up. Here we go, baby. 6-5. Starting to ramp up every single turn. Feels pretty good. We got a Pillage the Bog in our hands. We got the power of the sun in our hand. Ooh, Bloodletter. Okay. So that's a little nerve-wracking. Let's start swinging in before I go for Pillage of the Bog, just so we can get another everywhere land. Feels pretty good. So, now that it kind of helps out our Pillage the Bog strategy here. So, I'm going to have to get rid of this Bloodletter. If they do have, like, the Rush of Dread or whatever the hell, I'm just going to go in for it straight up. So, Pillage the Bog, and let's see what we can grab here. We got a Lily immediately that I kind of see here. Got a Nissa. Oh my god, so sick. I think it's just going to have to be Lily. As boring as that is, it's just going to, like, have to be, right? I just want to get rid of this Bloodletter in the most efficient way possible. So make sure we don't screw up our land counts here. Why did it give me an everywhere token? Hold on. I actually don't have enough. Ooh, I don't have enough black. Cringe alert! Cringe alert! Okay, that's on me. That's on me though. I can't even be too upset. Completely on me.
Nobody knows Domino.
We get the win anyway, but man, I gotta be more aware of that stuff. Jean Bombier. Hello, that's kind of a fancy name you got there. I'll go ahead and keep this. It's not great, but yeah, it's just not really great. Ruthless Negotiation makes it a little even further more awkward. Let's go ahead and do it though. So I just want to think, like, you know, we can Surveil. We can go for the Restless Cottage. I mean, the Cottage, let's be honest, like, Cottage is going to be a little bit later. What we got here, just a little land, no problem there. Duress! Oh, get rid of my Vraska. That is so rude. Insanely rude. Oh, we got another super friend, though. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. So I guess we might as well just get this down. We could Surveil, but I don't know. I highly doubt there's going to be a better play here. If there was, like, you know, we just need removal. If we just needed removal, I would go for the Pylons instead, but... Demolition Field. Hey, I'm not running Demolition Field here. I don't think it's that necessary, but that's just my opinion. It's a decent card, obviously. Not hating. Just, I don't think we really need it, so... Swampy got a Forest, kind of make this even here. If we could just ramp up into Ashiok, that'd be a pretty nice little 1-2 punch. Alright, got the Haywire Mite. But this is a pretty obvious move. Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Let's go ahead and ramp up. See if we can get into our lovely Ashiok. Wicked Manipulator. Lots of Golgari on the ladder, though. Lots of Golgari. I don't know if that's just the algorithm pairing matching system thingy here. You son of a gun. Stop duressing away my scary planeswalkers. It's very rude. Very, very rude. Still got the Overlord of the Hauntwoods impending, so can't be too upset. We at least have something going on here. Pillage the Bog. You got. I'm definitely a fan of that. So, Pylons. Let's just look for a juicy card. Blooming Marsh does not really qualify as a that. So I'm just gonna go for the Ruthless Negotiation. Just kind of pop them for one, gain one, get a little bit of a card advantage here. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I'll land, but whatever. I mean, right now we're sitting kind of in the driver's seat. We do have that Pillage the Bog, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Nice little synergy there. We don't really have combos. We just have, like, synergy. Ooh, so a 6/6 Ritual Chamber. Don't like that, but honestly, well, now we got Liliana. Now there's no problem with that, so we go for Lily. Let's use this. Haywire Mite. Pop you. So we don't have to worry about their card draw anymore. And then we just drop Lily. I understand they go for Restless Cottage, but like whatever. Let's just get rid of this damn. You know what?
Dominaria shadows like me.
Do we want to discard this card? I think you can make a. Ooh, we can actually make a case for that. Let's just do this. If they do have something crazy in their hand here, I think we'll just do this. Let's just take the safe move. If they go for Restless Cottage, it's pretty much their turn anyway, just to kill the Lily. That doesn't feel that bad, to be honest with you. Next turn we're gonna get an Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can deal with that. I think going for the +1 would have been a little bit too cute. Cute is what we aim for, but not here. Sorry, I'm not interested in dying anymore. So we're gonna get the Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Let's go ahead and do this. We have plenty of cool stuff that we can kind of mill away. Get us some more land for the Pillage the Bog. Balemurk, unfortunately, but it's alright. Let's do this. Plot this. I don't really want to just not plot it away. Then we still go for the Bear's Triumph. That feels pretty good, man. And now, the Overlord of the Hauntwoods comes alive. Got to Pillage the Bog here with the Overlord of the Hauntwoods. We're going to even ramp up even further. Feels pretty good. Duress? No, stop it. These Duress, like, that's the third Duress I've seen. It's not even, like, that big of a deal, but, ooh, they just irk me. That is the third Duress. Stop getting rid of my cards. Glissa. Alright. The synergy here doesn't really work with the Conduit, but I want to just dig deeper into the Pillage of the Bog. Yeah, whatever. So now let's go for it. Pillage the Bog. I can't swing in because of the dreaded Glissa here, so hopefully we just have some removal. Kind of lame. I guess it's just going to have to be a Lily, right? Yeah, Glissa is just really scary. Let's just... Kind of boring. All things considered, kind of boring here, but like, we have to get rid of this Glissa, so it is what it is. That was a little underwhelming for such a massive Pillage of the Bog, but whatever. So at least we get to keep ramping up their Overlord. We got the Prowler to block this Restless Cottage, so we can keep Liliana around, so... But nevertheless, I mean... We just have a big fat Overlord of the Hauntwoods. I mean... Can't be too upset about it. Shelly? Yeah, we could trade. We could trade here. So, I mean, like I said, this is kind of closer than it should be here. We do get an Urgent Necropsy. Oh god, that's actually pretty damn good here. Yeah, well, let's just waste absolutely no time. No artifacts, no creatures, no plane... Well, there's definitely a creature, but... No planeswalkers, no nothing here. Just gonna... Nothing too fancy here. Well, we do have Delirium, so we gotta be kind of careful here. We have a planeswalker, that's fine. So just a kind of expensive go for the throat here, but whatever. +1, swimming on in.
I'm tired of your secrets.
And again, I am gonna keep the chump blocker up for the Restless Cottage. Yep, go for the Restless Cottage. I will be chump blocking. Yeah, but like I said, you can make a case that we shouldn't, but whatever. So we're gonna kind of keep away our Delirium count, but that's okay. I can't imagine. I think I still do swing in with the Overlord of the Hauntwoods. A lot of land here. Unfortunately, we don't have any like Restless Cottage stuff here. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Decent top deck here. Make that not a so decent top deck, but that's okay. Just kind of grinding them out, right? Just kind of grind them out. I know they have the can eat the food here. We got 7 trillion lands. Don't really, like I said, we are kind of mid-rangey, so we're not like super mega bomby, but we don't need the bombs because we take it. All right, round 2 fight. I'm a little nervous here. It's not really, I'm gonna keep it, but it's a little nerve-wracking. Restless Cottage. Okay, that's enough land. That's enough land. That's always the way it works. I hate to be a complainer, but that's usually how it works. You have like a land, you're like, okay, and then you just tap like another land, and it's like, what the hell? Stop. I'm actually going for the Prowler first. See if we can set up maybe some Delirium nonsense into our graveyard, which we do. Wow, that's actually pretty good. All right, so we got the Rattlewurm action and Balustrade Wurm action. So I think we're pretty good. Looking pretty okay-ish. This seems to be more like Golgari like control. They're not really putting anything onto the board early, so definitely don't like a Lily. It's not really the end of the world though, is it? I think I used their Lily to get rid of my Prowler. That feels a little not great for them. Yeah, I think I'm actually just gonna chuck this on the battlefield. Let's just give them something a little bit to worry about. We can always just go in for the Dreadknight if they find a way to kill it. And eventually we'll just Restless Cottage it up in here, so whatever. Do you have the Demolition Field, so maybe I have to calm down on the Restless Cottage. What will it be, Lily? I've got about 7,000 lands in my hand. 7,004, same difference. It feels like 7,000. But look at these art, man. I don't give enough credit to these art. If you notice, I always use these, the Nyx lands. They're so pretty. Duress? Take a good look. That Duress has been getting me all matched, but not this time. Not this time. What'll it be, Lily? Do you have the removal for the Dreadknight? Unstoppable Slasher. Wow, it took you that long? It took you that long? I mean, that's a pretty damn good card. What are you hoping for? It's pretty damn good. Yeah, I think we're still just swinging into the Lily. I think so. I know this is a little crazy. It's a little crazy, right? Just get rid of Lily.
Whatever.
If we go in for Rattlewurm, I mean, if they go in for, like, what, the Dreadknight or whatever the hell, we're gonna know. Let's, you know, because we have this other worm. Let's actually go for the Prowler, and then we can go in for the Rattlewurm, find a desert, and then maybe flash this one in at a later time. So, that's actually a land. So we get our Delirium count up. If I get that back, I'm gonna say no. We have enough land. Yeah, I kind of like that because we have enough land, and then now we have a Delirium with a Balustrade Wurm. So, I mean, I don't know. Should I block? I actually don't know. I mean, obviously they dropped the Bloodletter of the Oxalots. Well, then, yeah, obviously we're blocking here. Let's go and put a stop. Well, I don't think, actually, we don't really need a stop right now. It's close. I'll chump block. I'll chump block. It's close though. Because honestly, you can take a few shots with the Slasher. It just deals half, so unless they have like a combo off of it, yeah, it's close. This is really conservative, but whatever. Shelly, it's kind of why we do that. It's fine. Let's go in for the Rattlewurm. See if we can surveil. Maybe I would like some removal. That's not removal. All right, so I think we can actually make this play. Go for another Rattlewurm so that we can surveil. It's a little risky, but I'm a risky guy, so let's do that. Yep. Haywire Mite does not do really anything, so I guess we'll just say no. More land. I mean, God, that is really unfortunate. But I think this is probably the move here. Whew. Yeah, let's do it. All right, Balustrade Wurm. Obviously, they can just trade here. I don't even know if they do. Yes, they're going to do it. It makes me a little nervous, obviously. I will trade with the Slasher, if I can. Damn, I don't know where we're sitting here. I really don't. We got more land, but like Shelly and a Slasher? I mean, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Alright, I'm trading 100%. We can take the Shelly damage for now. We also have food. They might go in for Demolition Field, so there's a lot to weigh out here. Definitely a lot to weigh out. Lily, don't love it. I actually hate it. I actually quite hate that.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win.
All right, not great.
I've always hated
We can wait on the Rattlewurm. So another land, man. I mean, the flood is insane. I mean, that's actually nuts. That's really aggravating. Can't even lie about that. That is extremely aggravating. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. We're off on that regard too. This is not good. We're not gonna be able to just go for that. Like, that's just not gonna be how we do this. Let's go for the Dreadknight. We're gonna lose a lot of life here. Balemurk, sure. There's really nothing else we can do though. Down to 9. We do get a little bit of a break there. Little bit of a tempo break. Dreadknight. We can go for the Balemurk too. Man, this is so hard. This is hard, guys. I think we might as well just get 2 things onto the battlefield here, so... Dreadknight. And then Rattlewurm. Okay. It's close, though. It really is close. We also could go for the Balemurk, just to kind of get, like, another chump blocker down. I guess that is an option, but I kind of want to just try to kill the Shelly. Really uncomfortable here, though. This is not good. It seems a little, like, not that bad, but it's just kind of bad. Not liking where we're sitting here. Again, flashing in the Rattlewurm. Pretty nice. I'm going to try and do it. If they want to swing out the Shelly, I'm going to try. I'm going to try and flash in this Rattlewurm. But the only problem is they see it. They see it. No, they don't. Wow. I'll discard all day. That's no problem.
I'm tired of your secrets.
No duress. Okay. Unholy Anax. Okay, we can get rid of that via the Haywire Mite. Whatever. Flash this in. Don't think it really matters here. Anoint with Affliction. I can take care of the Slasher, not the Lily, unfortunately. I can wait on the Slasher. This still has a stun counter, so I can wait on that. If I just hardcast this thing, right? Sure. Overlord of the Balemurk. I think the plan... Man, Vraska is kind of cool, right? I don't have enough for Vraska, though. Oh, God. Don't have enough for Vraska, so I think we're just going to go for the Haywire Mite. Haywire Mite. I'm going to waste absolutely no time. Let's just blow this up. Go up to 9. Swing in here. I think this is pretty good. Let's do that. They can trade. That's fine. But then they can't -2 then. They don't. Okay, that's fine.
Knew this was a waste of time.
All right. Whew, this is this is scary. I'm a little nervous. So I got the Anoint with Affliction for Slasher, so that's a good little 1-2 punch here. When you unlock this door, create a 6/6 demon. Oh my god. Oh my god. That makes this whole thing a little bit more topsy-turvy. I think I'm gonna have to use this on the 6/6 flyer, man. Oh god. We can chump block this worst case scenario with something we find, but I can't have a 6/6 in the freaking air. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this. Let's be mana efficient here. Draw. Pillage the Bog. Okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty nice. Pillage the Bog. There's no way we don't find something for the Shelly, right? No way. So let me kind of take a gander here. 3, 9, 14. I think I just kind of want removal. It's, you know. Oh, wow. We got Urgent Necropsy. I kind of forgot about that. So Urgent Necropsy can actually... It's going to have to be Urgent Necropsy then, right? So Urgent Necropsy. Let's go. No artifact. Creature. Enchantment. So, boom. This is technically a 5-drop then, right? Or is this 8 because it's combined? I actually don't even know, so... But we also have to figure out, because we have whatchamacallit. So do I have a Planeswalker? I don't think we're really worried about the Delirium right now. Let's just... Planeswalker, this is 10, right? So, yeah, it's combined. That makes sense. I guess we'll just get rid of Vraska, like, whatever. But Vraska can come back. Oh my god, I know this is kind of bad. I'm being very naughty here. we have more instances? Whatever. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Because we can get back to Vraska, so it actually does matter. That's why I'm kind of being a little meticulous about this, so. Swing in here. I'm going to keep a Dreadknight back to be a little bit more conservative. We get a Vraska and a Haywire Mite. Twitching Doll. I guess it'll just be a Haywire Mite. Again, very, very conservative here. But I think we can afford to be a little bit more safe here. Okay. Whew. All things considered, we can just chump block. I mean, it's fine. Now we're sitting pretty good. Now I think we are kind of in the driver's seat. If they swing in, I just chump block here. Another land's pretty good, so they have one mystery card here. Rule Claw's high. Oh, Balemurk. They're going to steal Balemurk. No! No! Oh, God. That, I mean, come on. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Still not over by a long shot, but that, I mean, that's not good. That was the game. If they just didn't top deck into one of my best cards, they just lose automatically. So the grind continues. Again, not the end of the world, though. Do we win? Is there any way we can win? 3, 4. Can we just double Cottage? Come on, we might just win anyway. They might be. This might just be it. So we'll see. Shelly. Bitter Triumph is that? Hold on, is this good? Fortunately, it is not going to matter here. If we just Bitter Triumph, I think it's the same difference, right? It's just kind of the same difference here. Let's go ahead and just get rid of you. Restless Cottage. It's not gonna matter here. Thank goodness it will not matter. But yeah, it's over. But whew, that was sweaty. For some reason, that was just a lot sweatier than it needed to be, I think. Oni Pepperoni, hello. So man, we got our. Oh, this is just too. I think this is just too big on the curve a little bit. I don't know what I'm playing, so we'll go ahead and keep it. But this is very reluctant. Okay. If we're not going against mono red and we top deck into a Prowler, you know, it could be worse. All right, Deep Cavern Bat is the most annoying card in the game. Probably in best of 3, I think it's probably the Bat, because in best of 1, it's probably the Leyline. But do your thing. Yep. Nothing too crazy yet. We are gonna get down the Overlord, presumably though. Innkeeper's talent, so I'm pretty aware of what the Innkeeper's talent does, considering that I am going to go for it as well. So, ooh, I think this is a little bit too, yeah, this is too juicy, right? Let's just go in for the Disfigure, because I can only use the Disfigure now before the Innkeeper's talent makes this too big. And then we go for the Prowler. That's a nice little 1-2 punch. It was really tempting. I think Pylons is better here, right? It was definitely tempting to just drop the Overlord, but well, we might have to do that again. Let's see what they take here. Innkeeper's talent makes us a 2-2, so I don't have any more removal anyway. But let's see what they take here. I actually don't even really know. I don't know. Beats me. They take away the Nissa. Interesting. Okay. Overlord of the Balemurk. Again, we are looking a little awkward here, though, to be honest with you. Do we want to Overlord, Impend Overlord? This is like, ooh, this is really awkward here. All right, let's go for the Overlord. Bear Triumph, sure. We'll Overlord this. Don't have to pay life this way. Ramp up, pass. Not really the greatest thing. I mean, we could hard cast something else later, but now that we ramp up, we can go in for Vraska. I mean, I don't know if we really want to do that, but got the Bitter Triumph too. I don't know, like, we're sitting okay here. Bitter Triumph, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Go in for another Overlord. I mean, things are really awkward here, but I do want this back. I'm just gonna kill you right now, whatever. And then we just go in for another Overlord here. That seems pretty good. I mean, I actually have not even realized. I knew they missed one land drop here, but this is quite the discrepancy in lands here. Cut down on my Blanchwood Prowler. That is going to be fine. We take game 1. Alrighty, let's get round 2. We can keep this, right? Looks okay. That was a mulligan. You know, like I said, it's been a while though. I don't know because we're on best of 3 now. It's so like instinctual. You saw me go in for that Tamio hello, but now that it's like it's sort of awkward playing best of 3 with the Tamio hello. If you're a long-term viewer of the channel, you know that I do give the friendly mulligan hello. I don't know if that's really appropriate on best 2 of 3. So that was wild. I don't know what just happened there. A little bit of a glitch, but let's see if I can find some black sources here. Ooh, Ashiok. We'll keep it. Screw it. We got our Golgari super friends here, so let's go ahead and just make use of what we got. Dreadknight. There is a world. I can't really go in for Liliana on turn 2. It's close. Do you want the surveil? I'm gonna surveil. I'm gonna surveil here. Restless Cottage. It's a little slow and crusty. I'll keep it, but the only reason why I'm doing this is because the opponent is on a super hyper mulligan here. So I think we can kind of get away with like this slower, clunkier start. I could just drop the frill back, but that's not very good either, right? Let's just play it slow. Like I said, definitely another world where we would not be doing this. They want to go for Demolition Field. I highly doubt it. That's pretty not great for them. Innkeeper's talent, sure. We don't care about this at all. We'll just have Ward. We don't care because of the Liliana, so whatever. Another Pylons, okay. Well, I could just kill the Innkeeper's talent. I want them to kind of like go all in on the talent though, so hold on, we need at least 2 actual black sources here. Hold on, math is really hard. So that's 1. So I would need to drop the Llanowar Wastes. Okay. Llanowar Wastes, and then I don't pay. Get rid of this. This is fine.
No more distractions. That's enough.
They can still cast us back, whatever. We're not really that concerned about that, to be honest with you, though. I hope that they go in for the Innkeeper's talent, and then I just go for the frill back, and then just kill it. That'd be kind of funny. Yep. Some Golgari mid-range mirror match stuff here. So, another Dreadknight. Again, it's not, like, wonderful, but whatever. Land. I mean, this has trample though. The trample obviously being the most unfortunate part. Let's go and plus the Lily. We're gonna get rid of this pylon. At this point, the pylons, it's like, yeah, you know, we've surveilled. We kind of got what we got going on here. So do I want to go in for Vraska? I don't think so. I don't think so. This is trample, so this is actually not that good. I think what we do here is do this. Kill the Innkeeper's talent. Yes, and yes. So, definitely going to destroy this. We know that. Honestly, the graveyard's not really doing a whole lot, so whatever. I think we'll just gain life here, whatever. Alright, so now you know, kind of slow them down here a little bit. We still have the Vraska next turn and an Ashiok. So, hopefully nothing super crazy. Yeah, I gotta keep the Lily. Yeah, we'll still block here. I know they can still, like, you know, do their draw nonsense, but keeping the Lilies feels pretty good. I mean, a discard is still a discard. Even if they do go for the Dreadknight, whatever. Dreadknight, okay. Yeah, I'm still pretty interested in keeping the Lily kind of around.
You won't be outsmarting me. You
won't be outsmarting me. Drop this and then just go for Vraska. I think this is pretty good. It's close though. I mean, you could probably make a case that that's not really the play, but because if it becomes a treasure, I don't know. Oh man, it's actually kind of bad. This Dreadknight is actually definitely a problem a little bit.
Embrace metal. All becomes stone.
So because if I make this a treasure, blah blah blah, does whatever, but then they can sacrifice it and do that whole like draw a card, lose a life again. So I think at this point we just kind of take the L, maybe. No, I'm not taking the L. I'm not taking the L. Don't care, whatever.
Another full collection.
What's the alternative? Drop the Ashiok. We can't really. The Ashiok is, all things considered, pretty slow. Terra Sunder. Ugh. All right.
My defiance never dies.
My defiance never dies. Just keep that in mind. The Tranquil Throwback, honestly, we're not looking too bad here though. This is okay. They have the Restless Cottage, but now we've got blockers, so I think let's just kill the throwback.
Failed to entertain me.
And now we go in for Ashiok, Wicked Manipulator. A world that appreciates me. Let's go, Ashiok. Let's go ahead and create 2 little weenies here. Again, Ashiok, pretty slow, but that's kind of the point of it. Think dream deep of sorrow. I love Ashiok so much so. This is a pretty easy chump block for sure, right? Yep, for sure. Get a little chump action going on here. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy here. Rattlewurm. Of course, like I said, the Ashiok, you know, we could go for another -2, kind of get this board established here. Not really paying life here. Do we want to create 2 more tokens is the question. I think so. I do. I think so. Let's just kind of beef up the board here. The only problem is, like, the Restless Cottage just kind of really work with the Ashiok because it has to be before, right? At the beginning of combat. So it's at the beginning of combat, so it doesn't really work in that regard. But it's no problem, though, because I still have the Colossal Rattlewurm, so... Bang! And now, but like I said, the Ashiok in and of itself, it's a slower card. But we know that. Like, we know that. 1, 2, 3. I guess I could have done that if we were kind of really planning on them doing that. It is what it is, right? Yeah, it is what it is. Not much we can do about that. I guess yeah, we definitely should have gone in for Lily with the anticipation that they would have used Demolition Field, and then we could have flashed in this Rattlewurm, but it is what it is. We can't cry over spilt milk here. Unstoppable Slasher actually is not that bad. So, Restless Cottage, and they don't even see it coming. They don't even see it coming. They really don't. Alright, Restless Cottage, do your thing. And guess what we got? Rattlewurm, baby! Flash in the Rattlewurm. Get rid of you. Bam! Oh, that feels absolutely amazing. Now we got the... Oh, they don't even want to get the... Ashiok was just gonna... Yeah. They knew it. Okay, so I'm sideboarding here, right? I'm sideboarding, right? Yeah, cool. Okay, look at this shit. I can't sideboard. I'm clicking these buttons. Then literally nothing happens, so... I'm not gonna show you. I guess I'll show you, whatever. So, if I go for a -1, I got 59 cards here. Put Lily back. Oh, guess what? I can't put Lily back. So what a wonderful... Yeah, it must be at least 60 cards. Must be nice to kind of put them back in. Cannot put them back in. So absolutely wonderful. Good job. Good job. Good job, Wizards. Hopefully it didn't, like, disqualify me. Hopefully I'm not disqualified, or at least just, like, let me play.
Happy to help.
Liliana's talking for some reason. Like, I mean, this is just ridiculous. So yeah, I guess at least I didn't get disqualified, but I couldn't access my sideboard at all, so that's just peachy. That's just absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Alright, I guess I'll play first. We are on the play here. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, it looks good enough, I guess. We'll keep it. It's not even really... I'm kind of just tilted here. Man, just really sad. Really sad. What the heck? I feel like the bugs have just been absolutely insane lately, so kind of like to see if we can find some more land, which is fine, but... The bugs have been nuts lately. If you've noticed, though, with, like, the deck lists, it's kind of like a weird, quirky thing to kind of complain about, but regarding the deck list, they have, you can't change the cover art always. If you take a card, usually you can take a card and, like, make it the cover art or whatever, but not right now. So go ahead and just get the Dreadknight down. Not really exactly sure how we're going to win this deck. This is Teamer Ramp, right? Glimpse the Court. It looks like mono green right now, which mono green is quite unplayable at the moment. So what do we want to do here? I guess we're just gonna plop down for damage. Let's do this and then go for the Ruthless Negotiation. We might have to just get a little bit lucky, because plussing Liliana is not that great here. Yeah, we're just gonna have to just try and take away their hand, get a little bit lucky, see if we can top deck into a land here. Because I don't think not pushing for damage is going to be the way we do this. So this is just looking like mono green right now, which again, this is not, but that's kind of funny. Yeah, we could do Rattlewurm here, or we could just go for Overlord. Honestly, that's pretty close here, actually. This is uncounterable, though. Let's just get the Overlord down. Okay, that works out well. So now we have both of our Overlords down. Hopefully we can just kind of push damage. That's going to be our win condition. We do have the Pylons, so Heap Harvest. Yep, that's unfortunate. Rampy Damp. So at this point, they do grab into their stuff. So now they're all nice and ramped up here. We could go for Lily. Got Vraska. Of course, we're a little bit low on the land department. Now, I think we're just going to have to go in for the Rattlewurm, just try and push damage. I think that's really the only realistic way we can win this. Down to 14. Still got one more turn on the Black Overlord here. Gain 3 life. We're already looking a little not great here. So what's realistically the worst thing to do? Like, I mean, the Doppelgang is obviously like the win condition here. Roxanne, Miss Roxanne, don't like to see that. Nope. So Meteorite onto the Dreadknight. Obviously, it's not great, but we can still flash in the Rattlewurm. That kind of aspect of the game does not change. And another Heaped Harvest, sure. They only got 2 cards left in their hand, though. I mean, it would be kind of cool if we could kind of get some discard action going on, but it doesn't really feel like that's the play here. I think we still just flash in the Rattlewurm here. Disfigure does not do anything, but again, I couldn't, I would have loved to be able to sideboard it, but I couldn't, but I could not. Not gritting my teeth at all, I promise. Okay. Lily, we could get discard. I doubt if they have 1 bomb, they have 2, right? So I don't know if discarding is really the play here. I'm still gonna swing in. If they want to just chump block here, whatever. Now I gotta make a hard decision. Oh, I'm so aggravated. I'm so aggravated. I guess we'll just go in for this. Kill the Roxanne, I guess.
With the mysteries. Sacrifices must
All right.
be made.
Sacrifices must be made. I guess the Wizards sacrifice on the developer. I'm sorry. I gotta stop complaining about that, but not being able to sideboard in best of 3 is just like wild, like actually crazy. So our Overlord does come out to play. We do have another Overlord here, but getting a little nervous here. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking versus a deck that wants to ramp a lot. And Terra Sunder on the Overlord. They don't even have to really pick it. I guess they didn't even have to kick it though, because it's still just an artifact or enchantment, so it's kind of interesting there. I wish I had 2 forms of discard though, but man, we were just low on land. Really, just nasty game here. Guess I'll just +1, get rid of this nasty Disfigure that does literally nothing.
Drop it.
Drop it. Land, sure. Yeah, just swing on in. There's really nothing else to do here. We could go for the Rattlewurm at instant speed. Yeah, whatever. Alright, but now we got our other Overlord out to play. If they don't top deck into something crazy, I mean, maybe they already had it, though, honestly. Nothing, huh? Alright, let's go in for Rattlewurm. The auto-tapper just absolutely loves saving the pylons, which makes absolutely no sense, considering that it's colorless. I have absolutely no clue why. Balustrade Wurm can come back from the grave, so we love that. My turn. Guess we'll just +1. Whatever they got here, I mean, we'll just wither them down to 1. Into the Floodmaw is fine-ish. Discard a card. Honestly, Ashiok's pretty slow and crusty. So this is it, right? Yeah, Balustrade Wurm. That's 12 damage. That is not a food token. That is whatever. So we get the kill. All right, we get the kill. Hopefully it'll let me sideboard this match. All right, does it let me this time? It still does not let me. That is an absolute travesty. I lost.